I wanted to ask you about diversity. You could say, well, I want to hire so many people of color or women or whatever your goals are. The question is sort of what's the pathway to make that happen, and where does it go to make it happen, as opposed to just sort of putting a note up on LinkedIn or something?
You ask a phenomenal question. I think if we had a real good idea, we'd be further along in addressing the issue. And most recently, about 2-3 weeks ago, we came out with a study where we examined the chief marketing officers or their equivalents at the 750 client-side marketer members. And the results were quite astounding. We found out that 87% of the CMOs were white Caucasian. So I meant only 13% diverse, 5% Asians, 5% Hispanics, and only 3% Black African Americans. We found that shocking, to say the least. What it did was it confirmed the actual fears that we had, is that just by the sheer momentum of whatever it is that we're doing, we're still not succeeding, yet we're applying an incredible amount of attention to the fact that even if we're getting people of color or people of ethnicity into our industry, they are not rising sufficiently into the ranks so that we're creating a leadership platform. Part of the issue has always been is that we have extraordinarily poor measurement in our ecosystem. Up until this point, I honestly had no idea how diverse we were in our industry. So this was step one for us, was to start to measure the most senior of leadership. We are now taking additional steps to drill down to understand how big or small of an issue we have. On the flip side, we took a look at gender equality, and we found that 45% of those CMOs were female. So we've achieved pretty much a pretty good balance on that front, and the concept of equality or gender equality has risen such that we have a very good representation of female-male balance in our industry, but not from an ethnic diversity standpoint. So our first approach is going to be to measure. The second approach is we've created something called the Alliance for Inclusive and Multicultural Marketing, which is focused on increasing the amount of multicultural marketing so that it marries to the demography of the US, number one, but also to take the learnings that we're finding in our measurement practices and then trying to craft strategies to enhance that level of diversity. Will it be successful? Time will tell. Obviously, we're very hopeful, and we've got the industry rallying behind this, because this is just not client-side marketers alone. This is agencies, media companies, and clients working together to try and overcome this.